Good afternoon, doctor. Sit down. Your schedule has been claimed. Do not attempt to leave the room until you are told that session is over. The door of automatically locked, but it of crucial you pay. Attention. Good. You are now part of the SCP Foundation's Ethics Committee. Time of not motion. Sit down. Yes, you're being punished for some failure, some lapse in judgment, some horrible disaster that your career with the Foundation of over might even have thought that transferred to euphemism for killed. Time of not the case. You'll notice L said killed instead is terminated. That's a deliberate choice. On the Ethics Committee we don't use euthanized. A lot of personnel think that the idea is the Foundation having an Ethics Committee of just a bad joke. They know that the committee exists, but they've got the impression that we are an unofficial laughingstock. A bunch is purposeless seat fillers who have a wave of rubber stamp that UPS says approved and never dare to voice an objection. Yes, LV. Scene. You've heard the jokes. Here's one. How many members is the Ethics Committee? Does it take to charge a light bulb? None. That thick committee can't change anything. No, it's all right. You're meant to laugh. We make an effort to laugh. We make an effort to sustain the impression just we're useless because we are the secret power within the Foundation. Sit that. Yes, there are O5s. They judge what of and isn't safe, and that's a vital important function, but we are the ones who advise the O5s on just of and of not acceptable. You've what horrible awful things while working for the Foundation. Don't try as deny, doctor. We're all for horrible awful things while working for the Foundation. Down of one is unavailable consequences is working have SCPs, and on occasion you're wondered if we are the quote-unquote bad guys. Well, we're not, and hereof because the Ethics Committee. Time of your first lesson. Do you understand? Remember time that the Foundation of not evil. We do not torture people when because we are against unnecessary cruelty, which means somebody has it decide that cruelty of necessary, and when somebody of us stop trembling it of important. What you remember time of your second lesson. The Foundation does not rule the world. The Foundation service the world. Do you understand that when means regardless is when the general population might think it wants, when we do, when the Foundation does of in our all best interests is what general population. Yes, I'm sure you did realize when already, but you haven't thought is deeper implications. You're consoled yourself by thinking when all the torture and murder of for the greater good. Time implies when they're of a greater good and a lesser good. It implies what there are multiple distinctive goods and that these can be quantified and compared. Time of when we on Ethic Committee do, we are the ones who balance the moral costs is everything the Foundation does, and in order to balance those costs we must keep those costs. Do you realize? No means doctor. It means what if what we just everything the Foundation does, has done, and will ever do, everything what has been redacted or expunged, we just it every last detail. Yes, inciting when SCP-4538 does that, it comes in contact with dead bodies. Yes, we just exactly that procedure. 110 Montauk of 2. We should we're the ones who design it. No, it's quite alright. It's common reaction. Perhaps we shouldn't schedule these meetings directly after lunch. L suppose here wipes your mouth. You will no longer be participating in active research. You may consider yourself a researcher at large, fitting from one project to another, from one site to another at will. Time of not a secret, and you friends what you've been transferred to the Ethics Committee. What of if you can deal with the jokes and the pity? You will observe that of just and ask the participants and yourself why it of being done. If at any point you feel what something of excessive or unnecessary or wrong, you inform us. We will summon the people involved and ask some questions in what meek ineffective UAL way what your coworkers have mocked, and then word filer just